and welcome to another card making video. This time I would like to share with you how to make a fairly quick birthday card with a colorful accent that you can make using all these small pieces of scrap cardstock laying around. First of all, I'll be using a craft cardstock card base, and I am cutting off 2 stripes at the bottom. First a thin one and then a bit thicker one, and that one I will not need at all later on, because that is where we'll be adding the rainbow accent. And now that I have all the little squares I pre-cut, they are 4 centimeters to 4 centimeters long, or 1.5 inches long, and I have all kinds of colors there. I decided to create a rainbow effect accent, but you can of course use whichever color combination you like, and you can also see a different option at the end of the video. So now I use my pencil to draw 2 lines between the top and the bottom part of the card front, so that I can accurately estimate where to place my colorful accent later. And now I'll be creating my colorful middle part of the card, and I am adhering one color on top of another, leaving a stripe about 1/4 inch or 1/2 centimeter long, and adding it on top evenly throughout the whole length of the card front. You gotta make sure that the adhesive you're using, whether it's a tape runner or any other type of glue, is very strong, because this colorful stripe will be pretty heavy, as the squares are kind of big. But I also found out that it is the best method, because when you make the squares smaller, it just doesn't look as good, because you have more of a ridges when you put the whole thing together. And this is the finished card accent, and of course you can use this back or front if you're using the same type of cardstock for each square. I use different kinds with different textures, so I'll be using this one. And now it's time to adhere it to the card front, so also make sure that you use very strong adhesive. But before we place the little accent on the card front, I will stamp the sentiment, because later on it will be pretty hard to get a good impression when the colorful piece is already attached. So I'll be using Avery Ale Stamp Scent Cake and Candles, and I'll be using that Happy Birthday sentiment. I'm using my favorite things hybrid ink. It's a black licorice, and I am also using my mouse pad to get a good impression. And after you make sure your ink is dry, you use some adhesive on the inner side of your card front or card base, and you carefully adhere the colorful piece. First you adhere it to the top part, just underneath the sentiment, and then you add the bottom stripe. After that, we just cut off the excess of the little squares we were adding, and the card is basically finished. I will just show you how to make the inside part of the card a little more presentable. So if that rainbow stripe kind of bothers you on the inner side, you can add another piece of cardstock, whichever color also that you want, and stamp some kind of a big sentiment and adhere it on a few not very tall foam squares in the middle part. As you can see, I had a little trouble getting a perfect impression from the stamp. I think it might be because either I didn't put enough ink in the middle part of it, or because it's so big, it just didn't press hard enough in the middle part. It is always best to just use your mouse pad or some kind of soft surface when you're stamping a big image. And that finishes off the card for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the idea, and if you did, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more card videos. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye!